Welcome back, Turtleholics. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a complete water change in your aquarium. The first step is going to be removing any of the animals that are in your aquarium. So this is me getting my tetra and then tried to get my zebrafish, and she was just a little too fast, so we can wait for her later. Turtle was a little easier when she wasn't trying to bite me. Don't worry, Penny, we'll come back and get you soon. Next, you're going to want to remove basically everything else that's in your aquarium, so driftwood, rocks, any other decorations, as well as basking platforms, and then also filters. I have another video that I'll link up in the top right hand corner, but this is probably a good time to also clean the filters. This will help clear up the water. And the reason I'm doing this in the first place is because my water has that yellow tintish color, and that's from driftwood that I put in, and the tannins from the wood stain the water. So now to start the draining process, you're going to grab your tube. It should have two ends, one with a cylinder on it that will be stuck into the water to help drain it, and then the other end is going to be the drainage pipe that you're going to put into the shower. So to get things started, you should clip it onto the edge of your trim, and then you should make sure that the tube is downward facing, and then now you're going to take this to the shower. So there should be two attachments. One in the middle there is for when you're filling it up, and then on the right is going to be used to squeeze the water out. So you attach that and then you start squeezing, and after a couple squeezes, the water should start to flow automatically, as you can see here. And it should get a steady stream. You can help speed it up a little bit by continuing to press the squishy thing. And just to give you guys a visual and why it needs to go into the shower is because of gravity. In order for it to siphon, the output needs to be lower than the tank itself, which is why I use the shower as drainage. This is me starting the drainage process. And then here it is after around 20 minutes or so, and you can see it's about halfway done. And then here it is after almost 40 minutes. It got to the bottom there. And you can see that there is still a little bit left of water, probably like an inch or so. If you want to, you can actually go back to the shower and actually squeeze a little more times on that squishy thing, and it should help bring in some of the leftover water, as well as any of the debris or any other gook that's stuck in the water. So now let's talk about the filling process. So you're gonna swap out those extensions, and you're gonna put this extension into a sink. And once you fasten it up, you want to turn the little key knob there to tighten it up. And when you're starting out, I would suggest just a really slow water pressure, just to make sure that the end doesn't fly off of the sink. And you can see here the water just starts to flow really naturally into the tank. And then you can go back to the sink and turn up the water pressure a little bit. One other thing I would add is make sure you have a good balance of cold and warm water. But now you can see that the water's flowing a lot stronger. And yeah, basically now you just wait. I will say that the filling process is a lot quicker than the draining process. I'd say it takes about half the time. This is about only after 10 minutes or so, and it's already kind of halfway filled. And here we are at the top. So I don't fill up the tank completely, probably about 80–90%. And you can see the water is already really clear. And to prevent spilling the water when you're collecting the tube, I recommend raising the tube above the level of the tank, and then that will allow the excess water in the tube to flow into the tank. The next step is going to be to add water conditioner into the tank, and that will help remove any chloramine and chlorine that might be in your tap water. And after 15 minutes, then you should go ahead and add the rest of the accessories to your tank. And once all the accessories are added, then you can start adding back the animals. So here I am adding my neon tetra back to the tank. And then of course, cannot forget about Penny the turtle. And you can hear her there. She hissed a little bit. She does not like being picked up, but she is going to be happy when I put her back in her home with a full tank of fresh, clean water. All right, so there you have it. All in all, it took about a little over an hour. I'd say around 40 minutes to drain the water, and then another 20–25 minutes to put the fresh water back in. You can see it made a world of a difference. Before I had that yellow tint in the water, and now it's very, very clear. This is an option if, obviously you're gonna wanna do around 25–50% water changes every other week or so for your aquarium. It does kind of depend on the size and how many fish or turtles you have. But if you ever notice that you have a chemical imbalance, or in my case where I put in the driftwood and the tannins were causing the water to be yellow, it is good every now and then to just do a full water change. Just make sure you take the proper precautions, so you're taking your turtles or fish out of the tank beforehand, and then you're also putting that conditioner in the water, giving it some time to fix the water or to get rid of the chloramines and the chlorine, and then putting them back in. But yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like or hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate you guys.